Okay, hi there. This is Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. I'm live online speaking to a gentleman who is somewhere in some part of the world. Now, his question is simply this. Actually, I'm speaking to him. You can see these earphones. I'm actually speaking to him via voice chat, and he's on the other line. So you can't hear him because I keep my clients and my friends anonymous. Now, he's a absolutely brilliant, smart gentleman. He gets around 95% in his in his college. But he's pretty disillusioned with the educational system because it seems that he feels whatever he's studying is of no use to his life, is no use to his career because he's pretty enterprising, and he's a rebel. What he's planning to do is actually planning to drop out of college, even though he gets 95%, which is simply incredible. So now he wanted my guidance as to what is next. Are you there online? Hello? Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, now I'm going to be I'm going to be speaking to you, so it's going to be recording online. Is that okay? Okay. Okay, fine. See, now this is what I want you to know. See, when I was in when I was 19 and 20, when I started when I went to college, I was also pretty disillusioned. The problem with me was I had ADHD, that is attention hyperactive deficiency syndrome. I couldn't pay attention to anything in school or college. If you had asked me to sit for 5 minutes in one place, within a few seconds I'd get absolutely frustrated. I'd move around, run around. If you give me a book to read, I'd read just 3, 4 lines and then I would think of doing something else. So I really could not study. But the one thing which I loved is I always wanted people's attention. I always wanted people to look at me. I always wanted people to listen to me. And I was very talkative in nature, which I'm sure you can figure out by now. I talk a lot. But my family, the problem with them was they were very conservative. They came from the village, from Mangalore. Okay. Now, they did not know anything. They didn't know what is ADHD. They didn't know. They used to just read the Bible. They used to go to church. Typical village mentality. They believed if they didn't pray, God would not bless them. Even if they did nonsense, they would just pray and think magic would happen. So, and they also believed the more you beat up a boy, the more you beat him up, the more you beat up children, the more disciplined they'll become, the more better they'll become. They had this typical Mangalorean mentality, that is, you manufacture children so that when you're old, these children take care of you. That was their mentality. So I was like a football. My stepfather, he thought he was a football player. He was kicking me around every day. Okay. And you'd not believe, even at 12th standard, even in college, you know how he used to cut my hair? I used to have long hair. He used to grab my hair at top of my head, take a scissor and cut it off. Like that. So if I had long hair. So he used to abuse me, literally abuse me. So by the time I went to the first college I changed was Skyline. That was to be with a girl. I fell in love. I was stupid. Okay. So after I went to that college, that was they were doing hotel management, travel and tourism. After I went there, I realized they are teaching nonsense. They are teaching utter nonsense. Okay, they are teaching you what is spoon and fork. What does that sign mean? That means it's the eating area. If you see a man's logo at the top, it is a restroom. So I was like, what nonsense is this? And then they were teaching, okay, Indian airline logo is this. And then you're given a test paper, put the guy standing his logo, the spoon and fork and Air India logo. Okay, name the following, match and mix. So I was like, am I paying money for this shit? And by the time the girl gave me a divorce also, and I realized I'm doing a course I'm not passionate about and I'm studying what I don't want to do. In fact, you'll be surprised to know I paid 1.5 lakhs, okay, just to get through the first semester, okay, which is hardly 3 months. So I realized that was nonsense, and then I convinced my parents, and they decided to send me to India. So India, I thought was poor people. All poor people are there. But when I went to India, I realized it's not bad. A lot of freedom. But when I went to India, the funny thing, I did business management. I took. I realized whatever they're teaching in the first year, okay, they're teaching you business. This is all nonsense. They're teaching you the definition of business. They're teaching you what is management, define business, define this. I was like, who the hell is interested in all this nonsense? Because I studied that when I was in ninth standard. And then they would, the teachers who are teaching there, they're bloody not qualified. They live like their salaries are so small. They'll get only maybe US dollars, could be less than $1,000. Okay. And they are going to teach me how to live a life of a rich man. I was like, what nonsense is this? And then if you speak to some of the jokers, they are idiots. They don't even know, means they're good people. Okay, don't get me wrong. They're not bad people. They're good people. But if I have to learn world class karate, I need to go to a world class karate expert. If I go to a guy who makes chapati and who tells me, okay, I'm making chapati here, I'll teach you how to become a karate player. Look at this video of Bruce Lee. You'll think to yourself, bloody hell, you get lost, I'll see the video by myself. So I noticed that the teachers were not qualified. They are getting a limited salary. They are only professors. The educational system that is teaching me, I can see it on the internet. And I was like, what nonsense. So I started focusing in public speaking. I loved public speaking. And because I used to talk too much. So I got into public speaking. People started noticing me. Then by accident, I got one guy who said, can you do this event? Okay, can you speak on this event? I said, okay, no problem. I did the event. It was the MTV Bacardi Blast. Okay, they had Bacardi and everyone was drinking. There was music and there was rain and all that stuff. In college you do all that stupidity. So I didn't know what I'm supposed to. I took the microphone. I was talking like an idiot. Yay! Let put your hands up, put your hands down, dance this that, and then he gave me 500 rupees at the end of the day. Okay, and I was like, oh, I got to meet so many girls that I was crazy about girls. Well, I'm still crazy, but not that much. So I said, I got to meet so many girls. I got to look like a VIP. I got to enjoy all this. And plus, I got 500 rupees also. I was so happy. For me, that time, that 500 rupees was like 5 million. Then what I started to do is I approached every company and said, would you like an MC? I'll do MCing. Then I started to get into weddings. Okay. For weddings also 500 rupees I would charge. I would feel very nice. Then I thought I'll become the next Amitabh Bachchan. Really. I thought with this I'll become the next superstar. I'll star in MTV. All the ladies will come. I'll become famous. It goes to your head. Okay. So then I decided India is a poor place. I will start from Dubai. From Dubai I'll become multi-millionaire. So I was very happy. I went down to Dubai. But this is where it became a problem. Now, I left my degree. I left it within few months. I think within 9 months or something. I was winning many championships. I was getting all these trophies. I got more than, I think, 300 or 400 trophies and prizes and all that. Okay. So I came down to Dubai and I have no degree now. And I'm going, and I decided I'm going to try my luck as a radio jockey. Okay. Those days, radio jockey was a big thing if you come on radio. So I thought I'll try radio, I'll try TV to become famous. I went to every place possible. You will not believe, for 2 years without a job. And when you don't have money, it becomes very difficult. And it becomes so depressing because every time people would reject me. Then there are some people who have good positions because of degrees and they would make fun of me. And I started to get depressed, and you'll not believe, many times after the interview, I would sit and cry outside. I really would cry. I would cry because people were making fun of me. I had no money for food, I had no money for taxi. I was taking sharing taxi. And 2 years went like that. Finally, my parents also, by that time, they had lost their business, they had lost their money. They told me one thing, see, Loy, we can't support you anymore. You get any job, we don't care. So finally, my first job that I took was with a shop called Dina Al Safa. That was House of Sound. They changed the name. I took as a shopkeeper. Imagine, as a shopkeeper. But fortunately, in that shop, we had to sell home theater system. Okay? You had to sell home theater system to, he was working in Emirates Airlines as a purser, a senior cabin crew member. He used to bring home theater system, speakers, amplifier, and all that. He used to sell it in UAE, okay, from Hong Kong. So he used to bring cheaper. So his clients were VIPs. Then I worked there for some time. Then after which, what happened is I tried through contacts. I got into Citibank. Then I lost my job again. Then I tried another company. Then I lost my job everywhere. You won't believe. I changed more than I think 22 jobs in 6 years. Okay. In UAE, if you change your job, you need a lot of problems because you're on your working visa, and if you cancel your contract, you can even get a ban. So it's not like India. You just leave one job and go to the next job. Here, if you sign a contract, you have to work for 3 years. Others, you have to pay them a lot of money. You have to pay them in lakhs. Okay, that is in thousands. So um, now, why I told you this story, why I told you this entire story, so you understand. I'll tell you what is the lessons learned. Finally, I came down to the part where I realized I could not work under anyone because I was a rebel. Um, then the last job that I got, fortunately, was with one Mangalorean gentleman. His name was Gabriel D'Souza, where he told me, your only job is just wear a business suit, drive an expensive car, and anytime there is a negotiation, you go show your face as a representative of the company. And imagine, I was getting paid around 2000 US dollars just to do that nonsense. Okay, nothing I had to do, just show off. And I was very good at showing off. So he gave me a Lexus four-wheel drive. Lexus, imagine. So for 6 years, I was enjoying showing off, impressing ladies, showing off, going to big meetings and all that. But then the recession hit the market. 2011, when September 9/11 when took place, the whole market moved into recession. Construction. No, sorry, the not what am I saying? September 9/11. Sorry, the 2008. The bubble burst. Okay, the depression. Yeah. So what happened was, then he could not. He had to cut down on cost, and he told me, I can't support you anymore. You have to look after yourself. Okay, you have to get a job, or you have to bring in sales. And I hated sales. So then I thought I'll try my luck as a trainer. Okay, speaking and all that. That also didn't work out very well. Sometimes I was getting a show, sometimes I was not getting. Then in Jitex has to get good money, like 1,500. That is around $500 a day I would get when there were big exhibitions. But not all exhibitions were there. They were only seasonal. So rest of the time, then because I had speaking experience, people would come to me for training or pay them money. So like that continued. But then I asked myself, how can I survive? So finally, I decided to invest in books. I used to read books, learn from them, and I used to teach other people whatever I used to learn. Now, now it has been 5 years since that day. 5 years. Okay. I borrowed a lot of money from a lot of people. Some gave me the money for free. I've spent up to 1.4 million dirhams in books. Okay. 1.4 million in books, DVDs, CDs, educational material. I have the world's best educational material. Okay. Now, today I have a steady stream of clients. Okay. So now, what are the lessons that I'm trying to tell you? Number one, if you leave your college, there will be no respect for you. How old are you? You're 22 years old. Okay. 22 years of age, nobody will take you seriously. That is the first problem you will face. They'll think you're a kid. Okay. The second thing is, if you want to get any job also, you need a job to survive, correct? You need some money. So then what job, what will you do? And if you don't have money, believe me, nobody will give you importance. Okay. So the first thing what you need to focus on, number one, is specialization. Okay. You need to be an expert on something. Now, I'm a branding specialist. Okay. I'm a branding specialist. I've worked on my strengths. My strength is, if you see me once, you'll never forget me. You've seen my face. You never forgot me, correct? Yeah, yeah. Because my face, nobody has a face like this. Then I'm a branding specialist, and the way I talk, I'm sure you agree that I speak. I don't say I speak amazing, but I speak well, right? Yeah, that is because I've been speaking for 21 years now. 21 years. So I have specialization in branding, I have specialization in speaking. And if anybody comes to me, if you give me your CV, I charge people around almost 700 or $800 to make their CV, because I studied how to make the CV. You won't believe, when I started, when I was your age, I didn't know how to make a CV. I has to make a CV. Imagine, I've just graduated from college and my CV is 17 pages. 17. So I used to put nonsense in my CV. I used to put quotations, I used to put photographs because I didn't know what to do. So I was learning that time. So you need to have specialization, number one. Number two is, you need to really, really study. Now, let me tell you, right now, what I'm studying Photoshop, I'm studying Illustrator, I'm studying InDesign, I'm studying advanced level management, I'm studying marketing, I'm studying neuroscience, I'm studying psychology, I'm studying profiling, I'm studying networking. I'm studying social media. I'm serious, huh? I'm not joking with you. I'm studying all this every day. Means I'm enjoying my life. Don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying my life. I'm having fun. But every day, 1 hour, 1 or 2 hours, I'm only studying. And how do I study? There are these MP3s, educational material that you can learn. You can read books. The books that I have, that if you see my videos, there are books at the background in. These are all management related books. They are not time pass books. They're all management. They're all business. They're all world class books. So, first is specialization. Because when you go to someone, they'll ask you, what is your specialization? If you say nothing, then no use. The second one is specialization. The second one is expertise. You need to read, you need to study, you need to learn. Now, you're getting 95%. Believe me when I tell you this, nobody cares. Even if you get 100 out of 100, you get 101 out of 100. School, now for example, you're a businessman. Okay, think you're a businessman. Okay. Now, think one boy came and says to you, I got 10 out of 10 in first standard. Do you think you're going to be impressed? You'll not be. Why you'll not be impressed? Yeah, exactly. So the same thing people will ask is, you got 95 or 100% in your college. What the hell will I do with this? It's no use for me. What he will tell you is, how, Baba, I'm a businessman. How much business can you give me? How beneficial you are. Now you need to have some skill. Okay, it's very important for you to have skill, and the biggest skill and the most important skill in the world is how to make money. Today, now for example, I did Jitex week. Okay, I did Jitex week. You would not believe. Let me tell you how much I got paid. I got paid 52 123 divided by 3.65. I'll just tell you. I got paid $14,000. $14,300 I got paid for 15 days. Is that good money? It's big money, right? See, I'm not telling you this to show off, but why I'm telling you this is because today I'm getting paid this kind of money because today I have expertise, I have specialization, I've invested in books, I have some expert. Like you saw my website, okay? That I designed, I learned by myself. You saw my logo that I made, you saw the design that I made, the website. Like, how did you get in touch with me? Because I'm an expert, correct? Now, even I'll tell you one thing. Okay, I'm giving advice for free. Okay, I'm giving advice for free. But normally a person comes to me for advice, I charge them around $1,000 per hour sometimes. Cheapest, maybe I'll charge him. Maybe if the guy has very less money, I'll charge him a little less. But it depends if I like. So you need to have these things. Okay. And most important, what I would suggest is, this is the most important. I have 48,000 connections on social media. 48,000. Okay, which is not great. Maybe Amitabh Bachchan has around, or any film actor has 10 million. But I have only 48,000. But these 48,000 connections help me get business. So do you understand what is important? So you need, yeah, you need contacts. Yeah, you need network. Your net worth is your network. So you need people who know you, and the people who know you should be big shots. They should be like CEOs. They should be directors, not bubbly and not Chedu and Sheetal and Sheila and all that shit. You understand? They need to be big shots. So now the question is, you don't have all this, correct? You don't have all this. Yeah. And plus, you're not very good at communication, not very good at speaking. So, what I suggest to you for now, you continue studying. You continue studying. You're getting 95%. Continue studying, get good marks. Okay. Because you need a job. You need to work. So, and I'll tell you something. As long as your parents are paying the money, please study. Please study. Parents are paying. You don't have to worry. Tomorrow, if you want to study when you work, see, when I was working for Jitex, you try to get in touch with me, correct? You send me an email. I told you how busy I am. I was busy for 15 days. I could not even breathe. Only now I'm free after 15 days. So when I'm so busy that no time to sleep, do you think I can study? I can't study. So that is why when your parents are paying the money, enjoy life. I'm telling you, enjoy life, make 110 girlfriends. Have sex with one girl every day also, no problem. But study. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'll tell you something. If your parents are supporting you, please, boss. If you can go to America, you can go to Australia. Your father has 10 cows. Let him sell all the 10. Go study in Australia. Get a white man's passport. If you get an Australian or American passport, your life is made. Did you get it? See, we live in a racist society. If you tell someone, I'm Indian, you're like shit. I'm telling you, Italian, I'm Indian, Pakistani, there's no value for it. But if you say, I'm American, I'm British, oh, people are very impressed. Oh, white skin, Gora guy, ah, ha, ha. You understand? We live in a stupid society like this. For example, why Shah Rukh Khan is saying fair and handsome? Why he doesn't say black and handsome? Because we live in a racist society. Do you understand? So what you do is, yeah, if your parents are paying the money, please study and make sure that you get an education from a very amazing institute. Don't just get from an Indian institute. Now you're studying in India, continue studying in India. But if you can go to America, or you can go to Australia, or you can go some other place foreign where they'll give you a citizenship, go there. Okay? But if you're continuing in India, the only problem in India is they don't pay very high salaries. Okay? And please focus on getting expertise, focus on getting a mentor, focus on getting somebody who can guide you. Otherwise, your life will be destroyed. Okay, so don't leave your college. Don't leave your college. It is suicide if you do that. Because let's say you left your college today. Okay, what job anyone will give you? Do you think anyone will give you a job? Nobody will give you a job, right? And how much money you want to earn per month? How many US dollars you want to earn per month? You don't have any. You need to have a criteria. Let's say, for example, you want to earn $1,000 per month. Okay, example. Okay, in India, $1,000 is good money, correct? Yeah, yeah, yeah. But now $1,000. But the question is, what can you do for $1,000? Can you do something? Yeah, so that is exactly when you're going to show your. Now, if you check my profile on LinkedIn, I have, my CV. If you download my CV, the PDF format, you'll get 18 pages. 18 pages. 16 pages is only recommendations. All owners of companies, all big shots, they're saying Loy is good, Loy is great, and their email address, every information, all the bits of information are there. So now, do you need any proof that I'm good? You don't need proof, correct? So this is what I'm trying to say. So just don't suicide. Yeah, don't suicide. You'll suicide. You'll destroy your career. And believe me, even a girl will not look at your face if you don't have money. Trust me, this pyar hota hai, this I love you and all this is all bullshit. Okay? If tomorrow you're driving, if you have a, let's say, Lamborghini, you're very rich, your father has a helicopter and you have 20 planes, every girl will say, I love you, I want to marry you, I'll have 110 children with you. You don't have any money, nobody look at your face. Even your own auntie and uncle and your father and mother, they'll say, please get lost. I don't want to see your face. But if you have, like, let's say, millions and billions in the bank, your auntie, uncle, your whole village, everyone will say, बहुत अच्छा लड़का है, oh, he's my son, come to me, give me a hug. Did you understand? So I hope this has answered your question. So please, no issues. I don't want you to destroy your career. You're a smart guy. What I suggest to you is, because you have such a smart brain, focus on having a business at the side. So study on one side and have a business on the other side. Small business, need not be very big. Start very, very small. Anything. Okay? And learn to control money. So you buy something and you sell it at a profit. You buy something, sell it at a profit. So you can either become a trader, or you give them a service and let them pay you some money. So start something small so you get the experience. So by the time you finish your college, 3 years or 5 years, you have some experience as an entrepreneur, as an enterprising guy. Learn the value of money, buy and sell. So if you can buy at one rupee and you can sell for 2 rupees, you're making a profit. So do this simple math. And I think if you do this, you'll move in the right way and learn to market yourself. Okay. I hope this advice has been worth it, worth your time. And remember this. Yeah, just remember this. Enjoy life. Life is meant to be enjoyed, but don't smoke, don't drink, don't do drugs. And if you're having sex, have safe sex. Don't have sex without a condom. Simply you'll get AIDS or some other shit and finish. You're dead. Did you understand? Okay. Okay. No issues, no issues. The pleasure is all mine. All right. You take care, man. Okay. Chalo. Yalla. Take care. Bye.